Welcome back to the NYC Metal Scene Show. I'm your host, DJ Zab, and we are here with Deborah, the Thorazine Goddess, as well. And on the phone with us right now, it is my pleasure and my honor to have Yulia calling in from Kiev, Ukraine, the owner of the band Sidus Atrum. Yulia, welcome to the show.
Hi, Matthew. Hi, everyone. I'm very glad to have this conversation. To speak with you. So I hope we will have great time, great things to talk about. Sometimes they won't be very joyful, but it's our life.
I want to give a big thank you to DJ Vampire of the Metal Bloodshed Show. He introduced me to your music, to your band, Sidus Atrum, and I just fell in love with your music. So you literally play everything on the first album, on Cold Silence.
So there were a few live instruments like guitar, bass guitar.
Right.
But drums and keyboards were recorded on computer with the usage of some software. And still, even now, Sidus Atrum doesn't have the drummer.
Oh, you're playing the guitar and the bass guitar. 2024. Torn Sky.
Torn Sky is the album about invasion of Russia to Ukraine, about the full-scale war. It was February 24,
yes,
5 a.m., when we woke up to explosions, and we heard the car alarms. That's exactly how the Torn Sky song starts.
If the Ukraine fall, the country of Ukraine is basically keeping World War III at bay right now, because if the Ukraine falls, it's going to be the start of World War III, and I don't think people comprehend that.
That's true. If Ukraine falls, he will attack. Eastern Europe is really in danger. Such countries as Poland, as Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, perhaps Bulgaria, perhaps Romania. There is a country that actually can open the gates and welcome Russians. Though I know you understand whom am I talking about. It seems that people just think, okay, Russians will come, they take the territories, they will give us some new rules, maybe a few more taxes or something like that, and we will continue living our previous life.
Right, and which is not the case at all. No.
Yeah, they just haven't seen how Russian soldiers occupy the cities, kill the civils just for fun, like having a safari. Yeah. Or just because they didn't like someone's faith. They rape women, they rape children and men also. A story from my aunt, who is a nurse in the hospital, even not in Kiev, it's in Cherkasy, the town, my native town.
Okay.
Not far from Kiev.
Okay.
So when Bucha was deoccupied, they had girls in their hospital from Bucha who were raped, and mostly they were like women of the age 16 and more. Oh, but there was one 12 years old girl. She was raped with many soldiers, and she had 8 hours surgery to fix her internal organs that were just torn.
Oh, Jesus.
And yeah, doctors were happy that they could save her life.
Yeah,
and the question is, why were these women and girls in Cherkasy? Well, it seems that there was not enough beds for them in Kiev and in towns like near Kiev, so they were sent for treatment to some other towns and cities. And again, a story from my friend that her sister was working in the Ohmadit clinic. It's hospital for children.
Right, right.
And they had for treatment. They also had children that were raped during the Kiev region occupation.
Oh my God.
So after some time, after working with such children and treating them, the doctor, that my friend's sister, she just went mad, and she is in the clinic now.
Oh my God.
In the psychiatric clinic now, because well, and I must say that even we don't know about all the atrocities,
right,
and quantity of the rapes, because our government, I think they are also afraid of reaction of our society and even international society, not to shock everyone as much as it really was. Because I hear many such stories.
Yeah, people need to be shocked, so people get it through their heads that this is going on, and they need to be shocked, and they need to realize. What do you think of people, of let's say a possible world leader, a leader of a large, powerful country, praising Vladimir Putin for invading your beautiful country of Ukraine, or people voting for a person that is praising the invasion of Ukraine and the atrocities that are happening in your country?
The thing I want to say, it's when you see what's happening in your town, in your street, in your country, when you see it with your own eyes, when you hear it from people you know, you understand that if you take no actions now, the next day it may be you.
It could be, exactly.
Raped, tortured, and killed. Or you may just, next day, you may watch your children to be tortured, raped, and killed. Or your mothers, your wife, and even your fathers. And so for such people, I want them just to imagine that it's happening in their street, in their town, and in their country, and with their relatives and beloved people.
Thank you. Yeah, exactly. And I don't comprehend, I can't understand why people are supporting a person that praises Vladimir Putin. I don't get that. I don't get it, because it could be your building that's being hit with missiles. Someone wrote in the chat room, the Ukraine is a money laundering business, meaning that the money that's being sent to Ukraine isn't being spent on the war effort. It's just going to your president.
I just want to explain that it's just to give a few tanks, to give some munition, some weapons once or twice, and think it will really be helpful and just in a moment will help to win the war. Because munition is just used. Weapons is also used. It may be broken. It may be targeted with the enemy. The uniform, even the uniform, you won't wear one trousers the whole year.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right, exactly. You need to change. Just simple stuff like that. Socks and shoes.
Exactly. And we all know that Russia produces much munition now. And there are countries that help them to do it. And it seems for me that during last time, this help, it became more active. So we are fighting with the enemy with great storages, with great production of weapons, of missiles, of drones. And we can't have just 1,000 of drones and be happy, because even it's a material that is used for, it may be used for 1 hour, 1 day, and destroyed.
Right.
So and enemy, sometimes the enemy attacks us with the quantity of drones 20 times more than ours.
Wow. Yeah.
Different situations happen, and it's the issue. They have resources, they have production, they have military economy now.
Yeah.
They have much more ammunition than Ukraine, much more weapons.
Another propaganda myth brought on by the Russian is that they invaded the Ukraine because there were Nazis in your country.
No, it's
Thank
just
you.
bullshit. It's
Right.
propaganda that was very good to Russia, for Russia to do,
Yes.
to say, to have a reason for the invasion,
Right.
and to perhaps play with the emotions of Western people, with memories about Nazis, to make people emotional about what's happening in Ukraine, and that people have to be saved from
Right.
Nazis.
So that is total bullshit as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I just want.
It's really bullshit. And what we see now that the only Nazis are Russians.
Right. They're the
moment.
right. They're the fascist invasion. Exactly.
But that's just the thing. It's invoking the boogeyman to justify the actions of another boogeyman. So raising the issue of Nazis or Hitler to justify the actions of Putin. It's just mind-blowing to me.
Exactly, Deborah. And Deborah, actually, her third grade teacher was a Holocaust survivor. So it's disgusting that Russian propaganda is pushing that.
Yulia, I'm just curious. So after February, what has been the biggest change for you?
After February 22, the biggest change in my life since invasion is absence of long-term plans.
Oh man.
Inability to plan my life,
Right.
to live my life. I just, not only me, but many people in Ukraine,
Yeah.
we just live with one day or 1 week, sometimes with 1 month. But we can't have long plans because, we all can say that we believe in victory and etc. So we can buy real estate, plan having kids, do some long-term projects. But there is a constant stress. The situation is rather changeable, and we all have to take in consideration such things that the military operations may become more active, that missiles or drones attack may become also more active, and we can have sleepless nights. We can just be killed with some occasional missile or drone hitting our apartment.
Yeah.
And it's a story about taking a shower and hearing the missiles flying above your head. Yeah, and we also have to take in consideration that we may have blackouts. We may be left maybe without heating or something else, and that we also can go to the armed forces to defend our countries. So we live with 1 day, and it's not reasonable now to have some long-term plans.
Yeah, that's awful.
I don't know. Yeah, you may be the optimist and make plans for a few years, but the reality is more sad, sometimes more cruel.
Right.
And you have to be prepared each moment that your life may change, or it may just be ended.
Oh my God. So people here in the United States, listen when you hear this. If you're voting for a person that is praising Vladimir Putin, maybe now after hearing this, you actually get it. You feel a visceral response that maybe, hey, I don't want to be the one that's going to die in the shower from a missile attack.
We lose our best men and women now. those who were the most devoted to their country, and who agreed to sacrifice their lives to defend us all. So the blossom of our nation, the blossom of our nation is dying at the battlefields now, while Russians send the prisoners to occupy our country, to kill us, to rape us, and to make all those atrocities. So it's hard for us to plan anything. I still don't have children because I don't have to worry about them.
Yeah.
A friend of mine who has a child, he just today I saw a picture of his daughter wearing 5-year-old daughter wearing a badge with her name, surname, and the phone number of her parents. The kindergartens just demand for children to have such tokens. It's for the case of the attack, and if the kindergarten is ruined and children are killed and their bodies will be impossible to recognize, perhaps badge would help doing this.
Oh my God! Yeah.
And it becomes normal. It becomes normal in our life.
And it shouldn't be.
For children, yes, for children to have classes in the shelters, in cold, dark shelters, to wear such badges, for us to hear the blasts, to bury our friends, and not to have plans for the next year.
Yeah.
And we have to get used to all those deaths and still not gone mad.
Yeah.
Still support our army, support our country, our economy, and the people that surround us, because despair, it's something, it's like a virus.
Yeah, yeah.
And when we, in the moments when the hope is lost, when we see no light, to try our best and to find hope again, and not spread the despair and the dark thoughts to the masses. The day we lose the hope, it's the day we are defeated.
Defeated, yeah.
And it's very difficult. It's harder and harder to do with every day, because when you think that you need to live in this for a few months, maybe for a year, and it's like you see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Right, yeah.
But the year passes, and then the second year, and it's the third year since the full-scale invasion has started, and you don't know which day you will see that light. How long should you struggle? How long should you live in this with ear alerts, hearing them during days and nights, with all this situation? It's really difficult to live in it for a long time. And even when you think that you have got used to it, your body hasn't.
Yeah,
and you get your immune system is down. And what I noticed, many people they have some flus, viruses, allergies nonstop here, starting from last autumn.
Right.
The health is of many people is very weak. All people are rather exhausted.
Yeah.
But still, we try to see that the light at the end of the tunnel, and believe that someday it stops, and we will have our country, our free country. I mean, it will be our country, not the occupiers, not some beasts.
Right.
And we will be free people, and we will be able to live and to plan our lives again. And another question then will be how to recover after the war, how to support the people who have suffered from the occupied territories, the people who have lost their relatives, and for soldiers also to recover their nervous system. And it's a thing, another great thing that needs to be done, and not only with our soldiers but with the civils also, because we all have trauma. It may seem that it's easy to live with this and we have got used, but in fact it's not. There are some invisible involved and some invisible effects.
Exactly, like just just a little part, like people are with allergies or sick all the time. Like you just don't get a chance. Your body, your immune system doesn't get a chance to recover. Like people here that aren't in a war zone, we can't comprehend that. Thank you so much for taking the time and talking about it. Your band, of course, Sidus Atrum. Which is spelled SIDUS space ATRUM, and we could find all your music and your shirts, and I see you selling mugs up on your Bandcamp page.
You can find my music on my Bandcamp page, right, and some merch, and all merch is
right. Go ahead.
Charity. So all profit goes to the charity foundation on guard. This foundation, it was a friend of mine, Sandra Konopatska, who is the founder of On Guard, and she was the author of the lyrics of one of the new songs, Angels of Steel. So previously she supported the metal scene. She had the news portal and the metal radio, and she helped to organize large metal festivals in Ukraine.
Oh.
And now she is dealing with the foundation, and they help some of brigades of Ukrainian army.
Yeah.
And many musicians work with the foundation as well. And we support them because the reason why we are still alive and able to create something, it's our army, our armed force, and the people who give our lives for us every day. How we can help? It's the first thing is to support them, to make donations, to help them buy some ammunition, have something from our government. Still many things people have to buy themselves. We also help them to buy drones, because this war is a war of drones, and each drone, we can say it's one saved life.
Yeah,
so
right.
we need thousands of drones. And one more thing is to spread the truth all over the world.
Yes.
And fight with propaganda, and just remind people what's happening here, and that the war, it hasn't just disappeared. If you don't see it in news, it doesn't mean it has stopped.
Right. Exact. Thank you. Well, right. And
just social media or some governments may think that you are tired of bad news, but it doesn't mean that bad things are not happening in the world anymore.
Please do not support a candidate that praises Vladimir Putin, because he's encouraging the horrors that are happening right now in the Ukraine. Sidus Atrum, that's SIDUS space ATRUM, and Sidus Atrum at Bandcamp. And thank you so much. And I really love your music. You're really talented.
Thank you, Matthew. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your interest and for listening about our life in Ukraine. And I'm very grateful for your support. I really appreciate it. And I hope that people will open their eyes, and they will be interested in truth, because it's something that has taken place in our world, something happening right now in our country, and someday it may just knock to the door if it's not stopped. Yeah, thank you very much. I also hope that we will be able to change a few people's minds, and a few couples of eyes will be opened.
Indeed.
And see our real world, because illusion is not the best thing to go right now.
Right, exactly. All right, Yulia, I'm DJ Zab here with the Thorazine Goddess, Deborah Max. We've been speaking with Yulia, the owner and the original member of Sidus Atrum. And this is the NYC Metal Scene Show. You're listening to the best radio station around the world for hard rock and metal, Metal Messiah Radio. All right, and here's some brand new Sidus Atrum for you to listen to. Thank you, everyone.